My name is Ms. Mukherjee. We live in the United States and we are very happy to be here at Biotex with our son.
It's nice, very nice to hear. So let's start from the first question. When did you first realize that the path to the parenthood could be challenging?
It was in 2018 when we decided to go the IVF route. And then after several rounds of unsuccessful IVF, we decided to go with surrogacy, and I think that was around 2 years ago.
What emotions did you experience at that moment that you decided to do this step?
Yeah, we always had a dream to become parents, and to not be able to fulfill that dream was very challenging for both of us as we love children. We always kept trying. We did not try to lose hope. We tried to encourage each other, and finally I have forgotten all the struggles now that I see him every day.
How did you cope with failures after your IVF attempts?
The first few days have been very tough. I did not know whether I want to continue, but fortunately we had each other and we tried to encourage each other, and it took a lot of emotional, physical, financial strain, but now I'm just happy to have him in my life.
What exactly helped you to not give up?
I think, our last option was surrogacy or adoption. So I knew there was always some hope, some sunlight, and that was it.
And each our support from each other, and
Our families,
our family,
close friends.
and real desire to become parents, that allowed us to keep trying.
It's very important to have some people who support you and give you hope and I don't know how to say, the power of doing.
Positivity.
Yeah. Where is the moments when you felt that your desire to become parents was an impossible dream? Like you said about adoption and surrogacy. What do you decide to try first?
Surrogacy, definitely, because surrogacy would still give us a chance to have a genetic child, like who's genetically related to at least one parent. So that was our first option, and then obviously when we found out that the pregnancy test was positive, it was just praying and hoping that the next 10 months would be going as well with Veronica, or surrogate, and that was it.
How did you know about us, about our clinic?
Thank you for the question. My husband and I, we decided to look for a clinic that had a guarantee clause in the contract, and I did my research, and I saw Biotex and the references that you have. I know you have a very good PR team, Caroline, with Facebook, and you keep in the media, and so we decided to reach out to Mr. Herman, and so we asked him to we work together on the contract, and then unfortunately the war came, and then we did not know what to do, and the news abroad is different than the news here. So in the news abroad you only hear about the negative, like attacks, and so that was very challenging for us last year. But last year we only had to come to Lviv for the specimen, and then this year was a little more challenging because we had to come to Kyiv, but we knew our miracle was waiting for us. So we made the trip. That was it.
Were you afraid to come to Lviv?
Yes, for sure. I was afraid, and all our managers that we were dealing with, they were very encouraging, and they said, everything is going as usual. Parents are coming. You should come, and so with all your help, we felt encouraged to proceed with our dream and to come to Lviv and Kyiv this year. Yeah.
And another thing, if I could add, is we could not wait longer. For us, the desire to have a baby was much more important,
Much stronger.
much stronger than the fear of war and the problems associated with war. So
Yeah, nothing could stop us.
You're
even-
desperate people.
yeah, we were desperate people, but this year was fairly easy because we knew,
You were waiting for 1 year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was true. Could you us tell what was your first reaction when you learned about your medical problems and genetic risks? Did you feel fear, despair, or some another emotions?
Yeah, definitely. We were desperate. I mean, we were already trying, like, very late to become parents, and then when you hear about medical and genetic problems, then it was slightly shocking for us. And but we knew that the medical, how would you say, the treatment is so advanced that you can still become parents, with IVF and surrogacy and adoption. So we did not give up, but it was like it would have been perfect if I would have been able to conceive naturally. But fortunately, medical treatments are helped us still to become parents. And let me tell you, Caroline, seeing all the parents in the dining room at Biotex, it's such an amazing feeling. Like all the parents coming together, all the babies. It's such a nice atmosphere within Biotex, and I wish all the other intended parents the very, very best. I'm just so happy.
Yeah, if I could add, we have learned so much from other parents meeting at Biotech. Everybody has some story. It could be, limitations with, medical reasons or genetic reasons or some other reason, age-related. For us, it's and see people succeed after, in some cases, after 20 years, after maybe 15, 16 trials is amazing. So I actually we are more encouraged after seeing the people and meeting people here that I think everything is possible.
And we want to, whatever we have learned, we want to share it with other intended parents. That's why I reached out to Dennis and said, I would love to share my experience here and maybe, hopefully, be able to help other intended parents also to welcome a little miracle in their lives.
Medical diseases and hope, they unite couples from all over the world.
Right.
Yes, and in the apartments they can have some lunch with each other, they communicate, they share their experience.
Right.
Yes, it's amazing. They have their own communities, they're in touch
Yeah.
during the years. What about the questions that did you have any fear haunted you during the entire surrogacy progress? And if yes, what kind of fears there were?
The only fear we had was the war. Obviously before the war it would have been easier to travel to Kiev by plane, but because the airspace is limited now and blocked, and so we had to. It was like traveling is more challenging, and the alarms last year when we came to Lviv, and the first alarm we didn't know, it was in the middle of the night around 2 a.m. and we didn't know what to do. But this year was slightly easier because we knew what to expect a little. And we followed the news, but it was just the war, but nothing Biotech related. Just outside factors that you cannot control.
Well, people say that the reality is another, that on their TV news and articles that there is no kids, there is no light or the water, just like when they come to Kiev, they say that everything is okay. They didn't mind about air alerts or another reasons. Do you remember the moment when you find out that the program was successful? What do I mean? That process was started and surrogate mother was pregnant.
Yes, yes, I remember. I remember it very well. The embryo transfer took place in March of this year, and then we knew our managers kept us updated about the date of the pregnancy, like HCG blood test, and I can't describe it in words. Like, it was unbelievable joy, which I immediately had to share with my husband. There is a time difference between US and Kiev, so but the second I woke up and I saw that message, unbelievable joy that I can't put into words, and and I think my husband agrees. Like, when we found out, it was. I'm forever grateful, like filled with so much gratitude.
When did you find out that it was a boy? What were your emotions?
At our age, we didn't have any preference. We just wanted a healthy child, and so basically it was the same for us, a boy or girl. But our manager, she said, it will be a boy, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. But I think the reaction would not have been different if we had found out it was a girl. But just unlimited joy.
And the next question, how did your perception of happiness in family change after your miracle was born?
Everything changed. Like, I have never experienced this kind of happiness. I mean, we have an amazing family. We are very close to each other, and but just having something related to us, our child, it's just our miracle. I can't believe that he is here. I can't believe that it has become true. It's not a dream anymore. It is reality.
It's a long-awaited miracle for you, and it's so nice to hear that you're so happy to have him. What would you say to your past selves, to people who are just beginning this difficult journey?
Yeah, don't give up. There's always hope. Try to stay positive. I know it's hard sometimes, but I would encourage everyone to stay positive. I would love to serve as a reference for Biotex, and if you want to share our numbers and contact details with, so I speak German as well, with intended parents from Germany as well as English-speaking parents around the world. We would be happy to provide our honest feedback of Biotex, and
And if I could add, being here, we have seen so many impossible stories coming true that honestly, the limit of not possible has extended a lot. I think a lot is possible. We have seen people becoming parents after 20 years, 30 years, after 16, 17 trials. Unsuccessful trials. So I think people should have hope and try, because here we have seen cases that probably are much worse than our. We are highly encouraged with the success stories we have seen in our kitchen, dining room, and meeting other people.
And we are also connected with the parents. Like, whenever a child arrives or is born, I feel immediately connected to the parents, because we have gone through something very similar or same. So it's a shared joy. It's like a shared community where everyone is happy for each other, and we pray for each other. It's nice to have these kinds of connections, and hopefully I will keep in touch with them, those parents, for the rest of our lives, so that our children can also communicate.
Yeah. So which comments from this whole experience will stay in your memory forever?
For me, I think it's the moment we saw our child. I was able to hold our child in the baby room when he was handed over. It was a joyful day. We were waiting for him to be released from the hospital, and so that we could meet him. And I think we love children. We have nieces and nephews, but it's slightly different when it's your own child. So just the moment when I was able to hold him close to my heart, I think that was the moment for me.
Yeah, and first night we both could not sleep. We were just looking at him whole night,
It has become real.
Yeah, I mean, we could not believe our eyes, just looking at him, sleep, what he was doing every second. Obviously, we are extremely tired now, sleep deprived, but there is a unique joy waking up every day with our son.
Day and night.
With our son is just, it has made our life complete. Without this, we were not complete.
You have started the new journey of parenthood for yourself. It's quite interesting and exciting, I think.
It is,
for you,
indeed.
Do you think that your story can inspire others? And what message would you like to share with other people who doubt to use surrogacy services at all?
Yeah, I hope that our story inspires other intended parents. As I said before, just don't lose hope. Reach out to the medical professionals and Biotech and see what they can say. I don't know whether you provide assistance to unmarried people. Like, I don't know whether you have to have a partner or whether you...
Due to Ukrainian
law,
only married couples can use services in Ukraine. IVF can make every single or married woman.
Okay, IVF is more open, but surrogacy only limited. Yeah, and so just knowing other countries' laws, I know there are several restrictions in other countries. So just get some information, go into Google yourself what you need, and try to find a professional clinic like Biotech. I can't believe you're so professional, from accommodation to food to taxi rides. Everything is so well organized. The managers, they try to make themselves available even on the weekends sometimes if necessary. It's unbelievable professionalism and care from on your end.
Finally, do you agree with our quote of our clinic that there is no absolute infertility?
I must say yes, just looking at him, I must agree with this quote of Biotech. There is no infertility, and I hope it will remain that way for all intended parents who wish to become parents, that their dreams will come true, and Biotech will help them also in future, and every intended parent gets to enjoy this moment that we are doing right now.
It's not so scary to be here now in Kiev.
No, I don't think it's scary. Most of the times we still remain in the apartment, especially after getting our son. But we did not feel scared or unsafe. It's very well organized, and everything is done to make us feel safe and secure.
I think our family back in US and India are much more worried than we are here. Mm-hmm. Everything seems to be normal to us here.
Yeah, it's just hard when you are abroad. It's hard to understand, but sitting here in Kiev today, I can assure everyone that we feel safe and we feel happy, and I can't express it into words.
Because it's one of the most important reasons for intended parents to not come here. They think that here as in Kiev is war, it's so awful, scary, but when people come here, they say that it's quite nice, quite quiet.
Yeah, quite normal. I have not experienced any scary moment here, and I would be happy to share my experience with all the parents who are interested at Biotech and who are able to speak English. I would
recommend us, yes?
Absolutely. I mean,
100%, 200%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is the biggest gift of our life. As I said, this has made us complete, and
You might see us again even in future. Let's see.
and I would take any risk for this moment, for this joy. I don't care about war or anything.
And we love and pray for the country of Ukraine, and we will keep doing so even after going back for each one of you.
Thank you. I'll be glad to see you here again.
Thank you, Caroline.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.